So according to the New York Post, the left is now more unpopular worldwide than any time since the Cold War. They decided at one point they were just going to go as far as they could. And it just did not sit well with people. And now you're seeing a shift globally, really. It's not just in America. I bet you that Pierre guy wins in Canada next. You've already seen a lot of countries kind of reject this stuff. We'll see how far it goes, but their policies just aren't popular. And they go with the most niche things to make pretty much their entire platform run on. And it just didn't sit well with people. And now, instead of maybe reflecting and saying, we gotta maybe go back towards the center a little bit here. Maybe we need to connect with people and really just get back to, things that make sense. No, instead, they're going to double down. They're going to double down. They're going to go right back to how they were in 2016 and make their whole platform about, at least here in America, fighting Trump. We're going to get that Trump. And all it's going to do this time, because, in 2020, Trump didn't win. Now, I won't get into, I don't even think I can get into what happened there without getting in trouble on YouTube. So we're just going to leave it as it is. But I don't think this time they're going to have the effect that they are looking for. So here you've got the Senate Minority Whip, Dick Durbin, pretty much encouraging people to defy Trump's DEI orders. So instead of saying, I wonder why people are rejecting all of this crazy shit, no, they're going to double down on it. A super unpopular look. They're just going to quadruple down on it. Yeah, we're going to keep going after this instead of focusing on the economy and things people actually give a shit about. No, we're just going to quadruple down. Listen to this.
And I want to ask you about the DEI decision, because that affects, it seems like, everyone in government, and by implication, the way it's worded, it seems like it's also a directive to universities, to corporations, to others around the country.
Well, there's no doubt about it. It's designed to discourage efforts to have diversity in the leadership of companies as well as agencies of government.
Yeah, it's working. Amazon just reported, I think the other day, I was reading something about it. They're toning down a lot of their DEI. McDonald's dropped it. A lot of companies are just following what he's saying. We're going to get to that in a second. But let's continue. This guy's saying, let's just defy him.
I happen to think that diversity is America's strength. Obviously, the Trump...
Why? And I'm not saying that diversity is bad. These people have turned it into a religion at this point. It's always the same answer. Well, it's our strength. It's our strength.
Administration sees it just the opposite. We should continue to encourage individuals and agencies and corporations to do the right thing anyway.
The right thing is to basically demonize and hate on white people and kick them out of the job and replace them. You know who should get jobs? The best candidate, no matter who they are and what they look like. The best person for the job. That's what I want. Whoever that is, whoever rises to that position, no matter who they are, that should be the person that gets the job.
Do you think it's necessary under this order of an energy emergency to not only suspend drilling?
Holy shit, this lady. Low energy.
But also to stop what Congress already approved on.
Now, see, this woman is not the best person for this job. This is a good example of that. Not the best reporter. Super, super low energy. Like, who's the person that got the job. You don't deserve this job. You know how many people probably want this job that she's sitting at? She sucks. I've never seen her before, but holy shit. At least, like, get a teleprompter and read a little faster.
Solar and wind programs in the IRA.
It makes no sense. If we can find alternative sources of energy to fuel our economy and do it in an environmentally responsible...
Drill, baby, drill! So he was talking about companies and they should keep doing that. Well, they're not doing that. Report tech executives will respect President Trump's ban on discriminatory DEI as he orders potential litigation and regulatory action. And this is a nice article summing up a lot of the stuff that's happened. But here's Christopher Rufo, a known political commentator, says, tech executives are telling me that Silicon Valley companies will respect President Trump's ban on discriminatory DEI. Many feel relieved that they don't have to pretend anymore. Resistance here is basically dead. So you're going to see some change, I think. Now, how far that goes, I don't know, because keep in mind, the battle is not over, because this poison, this DEI poison, is trying to rebrand itself as something called Bridge. And this is very much something that should be watched and looked into regularly to make sure it doesn't try to slither its way back into corporations and the government. So we'll see what happens. But there is change, ladies and gentlemen, no matter if mainstream media wants it or not. Entertainment industry turns to Trump as media melts down. Hollywood pragmatism leaves Variety outraged as the public embraces new media. And who are they talking about with new media? Well, they're talking about people like me. Neurotic, critical drinker, Asmund Gold. So many of them, so many options. Leaving out shit like we just watched, that boring as hell MSNBC report, like they almost want you to tune out. This is so bad. It's so bad. So yeah, Hollywood is liking what he's saying because he's talking about bringing work back to Hollywood instead of it being outsourced worldwide, which I'm sure a lot of people in that industry would like. Here's the deal. It's not as frowned upon to work with him anymore. Why? Because the public is clearly on his side, at least with the things he's talking about. So shitting on him constantly, I think that's going to take a step back. Now, you're still going to see it from the usual suspects, like the late night people and The View and so on. It's not going to be it's not going to be totally drama free, but it's definitely changing. And a lot of these access sites like Variety, because they're all filled up with journalists, left-wing commie journalists, they get outraged by that. The fight needs to continue. Keep resisting. Well, there's only so much you can do when companies run out of money, and they follow the money usually, and the money is with Trump. So, big wins. You're going to see a lot of changes this year and next year. It's going to take time, but man, like the tide has turned. We'll see what happens. Anyway, let me know what you guys think about all this in the comments. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.